Hello, hello. To another match day, best of 3. Got TT9
Hello,
versus
Jim.
myRevenge.
Hola, boys.
Going just underway. Need to give the knife round to TT9, I believe. Alright, here we are, ready to go. Got a little bit of utility smoke, 2 flashbangs on Wolves. We'll see how they plan to use that. Potentially a B push at some point. Or smoke's used quickly to arch, and they're just doing a mid-rush up short here. CTs are rushing quickly behind though. Wolves has gotten the info though to respond. PT-50 shots missing, however. Able to get one before getting traded out. It's up to Smuffs to anchor towards the pit here. Have teammates with Halls and one more teammate Heg on the site with him. The site successfully held, but Page found an opening, taking the pushing B players, so it's a rush to the B site now for both teams. Heg will be the first one to rotate and be late to do so. Bomb still not gotten across. Getting tossed over. Teammate. Just to stick the plant. Heg getting into ruins to be able to set up a retake position. Burrow taking the first contact on Banana. And leaving Heg to go for the retake to take the last remaining player. Teammates. Page getting double. Leaving 1v1 against Burrow in the strong quad position. There's going to be no time left, potentially. But enough time's been given. Burrow able to get the kit and get the clutch. Good recovery on myRevenge with the first round.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
See, an M4 directly picked up to Burrow. Be important to make sure that doesn't get into any enemy hands. Otherwise, a bunch of very standard MP9s and, of course, AKs, Khalils. Try to contest and keep an even score and abuse that strong T economy. While they do so, a lot of early Molotovs used. 3 towards the bottom banana area. It's maintained. Burrow barely with any HP, but almost 2 taken down on TT9. Apps aggression rewarding. M4's been safely dropped to Foxy as well. See how things goes. Continue onwards. More utility. Banana control deep maintained by the CTs. Have to retake Banana with very low time left on the clock. Be able to get one, and the transfer successful for Godku. Let them quickly run and take this site. Only the 2 players in Banana. Smuffs might be able to catch the planner here if he rotates aggressively. Flashbang to stop him though. Only 16 HP on the 2 players other than Page here. Leaving a difficult situation. Should be a good opportunity. There's only 1 smoke remaining. Page smoked off now. Both the low HP players stuck isolated on the site here. Ended up disastrously. Foxy getting both. Stuck with just the USP though. Smuff's able to follow it up and finish off to get the defuse and get Revenge the second. Could see TT9 continuing to force with the sustained economy damage against myRevenge here. Only 1 player successfully surviving and the successful bomb plant. See what they decide to do though. And another force coming in. For myRevenge being smart, willing to keep a couple MP9s to make sure a full set of utility use, which is far more important to maintain and fight for that banana control here. Seems good timing on TT9, and the B players are a bit slow. Banana's already been given up some time in contrast. The double nade, however, does massive damage, Dash King on half, and help tag up the kill. One of the players, Dash King peeking on his own, get freely punished by the two B players holding off. Boro catches Godku looking the wrong way. Now only 2 players left on the second force buy from TT9 here. Still a minute 18 left on the clock for only 2 left. And info found. They grab the bomb through the smoke. Page taken down. And Wolk's now the last remaining player. Going aggressive, getting one with the Khalil before getting taken out. Good damage on a Smuff. But 4 rifles successfully converted after another failed force from TT9. Economy should be looking a lot stronger now. myRevenge should be able to get a second buy on the next round they lose. River should see just some deagles now. The double failed force. Good start here as myRevenge leads 3-0 against TT9. Against their own map pick. myRevenge showing some good initial comfort. See what TT9 has to adjust later on. Let's see what TT9 can do with these pistols after the timeout ends. Been just doing a lot of fast plays and leaning towards this B site, which has so far failed or been successfully retaken. So we'll see how they want to adjust around that to go for control in other places on the map. See, it'd be very important that those B players make sure they do not get traded to give those risky openings onto the B site. Looks like they'll be heading towards second mid here on TT9. See if there's any Valk peek. Foxy actually going aggressive will run right into them with this MP9. Good team flash to help them out, but no, despite that, Foxy finding no kills, getting spammed down to 11 HP. Getting rushed down by God Goku as well. That's an M4 in their hands. Fortunate Martyrdom nade will at least bring Godku down to 21 points of HP. However, Apps control has been gained, and merely a 3v5 situation now for myRevenge. Things get very risky now. Heg solo anchoring towards this banana. If they wait and find an opening on him, could spell disaster. With MP9 and M4 picked up, this leads these weapons to be a lot more dangerous going onwards. Seeing a late smoke towards CT. CTB. Rotation already being called out. They're going this way. It's up to Imaginique and Heg to get these kills cleanly. See what can be done. Heg being able to get 2 as his teammate finds 1 on the trade. Gets a 3rd as well, leaving Wolves alone, and gets the 4th as well. Good spray control from Heg. Good precision and keeps myRevenge up 4-0. Now for the first true full buy for TT9 to come out. We'll see how they plan to default and execute around this. Op as well. On Dag. Got Smuffs on his op as well. See what will happen. Dag looking for an engagement. Be able to punish Magnique on the info peak. Jumping over the wall. Smuffs trying to catch a bottom mid player. Able to land the flick. Leaving it still a 4v4 situation and a rotation. 2 on each side right now. Good molly will force the player out of logs. He's able to have enough space and time to get away. Info on the Opper seen. Nade's going to land on both of them. Opper taken out as well. That's going to be a double from Foxy. And regained banana control. Bomb has to reset desperately towards A, and Dasking's now been mollied out. Able to get one before getting traded out, but still it's a 1v3 situation now for Paige, and likely a 5th round for myRevenge here. Being a chosen map of TT9, myRevenge showing some strength on it as well as of now. We'll see if myRevenge just have a good start and a default against TT9 and they're able to adjust, or then keep up the pace. myRevenge with the 5th. TT9 likely to get another full buy here, about 4,300 at least on most of the players here. 2 AKs handed over, with Snumuff still having his AWP. Could make it a lot more difficult for these pistols to do that much in this round. Similar eco strat to 2 rounds prior. All heading towards the second mid area. Lots of heavy Molotovs and anti-rush utility towards Banana. Janique willing to run through the fire a little bit, make sure Banana's clear. Nate should do decent damage on the Wolves. Janique jumps past it, runs through the smoke, able to find the Deagle player bottom mid. However, CT control's been lost as they found the Arch player alone. Now it's up to Heg to solo hold against the 4 stack of players, able to find them first. Hold it up again, gets the triple, almost finishes it off. Dag left alone, not have enough space, might have enough space here. Imaginique playing passive enough due to previous damage. Let the bomb plant go down. Be another buy coming in. With that clean Deagle shot, the opportunity could be a clutch happening here. Hasn't reloaded the M4 yet. Still on the Desert Eagle. So it's working on that TT control. Foxy with the good recovery. Flicking to Dag. Round keeping myRevenge now up 6-0 against TT9.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Finding good picks and control and opportunities on these ecos, but they need to be able to do the same on these full buys here. Far myRevenge have taken the 2 true full buys and 2 force buys of TT9 as well against them. Another opportunity. Want to see some impact from Dag coming out with that off. At least someone finding an opening. Good mid control obtained. Getting CTs to burn a lot of their Banana utility without giving any presence. Help them retake Banana with ease. Hull's been mostly obtained too. Good pop flash. Boro to get a pick on Des early. Now 4v5 situation. TT9 with a man disadvantage once again. Heck jiggle peeking for info. Safely smoke off from the push. Looks like a B lean here, which Imaginique will be able to fight off from Ruins. Nade should land on 1 here. Barely hits Godku. In a pretty healthy state, and they decide to flash 1 through the smoke here. He's able to lurk through to CT, into the CT smoke with the flashbangs. Could leave a surprise in a lurk. Both players though on this B site are playing around the backside, so no one to get shot in the back necessarily. Quad player might be open, but info's now been given. Godkus have been able to get 1 though, and stuck in the emo position, fails to get 1 before getting eliminated. Dag able to ring in with an op shot, and a 3v4 situation now. myRevenge. Smuff's able to even playing field, however, lots of these players are tagged right now. Very volatile situation. B-site's very difficult to retake. Boro's able to find 1 on quad, leaving just the emo and Smuff's with the off angle, but the AK's been seen. Smuff's missed the initial shots, but Boro's able to play around him, and his teammate Foxy protects him. And it's a successful 3v4 retake for myRevenge as they keep up this streak, now 7-0 up against TT9. Amazing plays coming through, sealing these rounds away. Good team coordination. Consistently getting these retakes. Or at least with the bomb plant and the 7-0 lead, still plenty of time to get a comeback and get some rounds in. More full buys for TT9. However, NK left exposed early. Imagine he gets an early pick. Caught with his nade out, but gets double naded down to 6 himself. There's 3 players around the banana area. Extremely low on HP. Things adjust though, as myRevenge still, despite the HP, maintain the man advantage. Continuing their dominance. Wolf's trying to pre-fire with his low HP. Could be a dangerous situation where the B site's lost quickly if one of those double spray transfers that they keep around this half wall happens once again. Likely situation, but just the boiler player, it looks like they'll be going for some deep mid control, maybe planning to exec on A. Gonna smoke off the short side, do an arch split move, try to find a man isolated, which will be Smuffs on this op. See how we can perform setup in this situation. Good flashbangs to get him off the angle initially, and they're turning this arch play into an A execute. A lot of counter utility from the CTs, and the Magic Neek adjusted the same. Able to find 2 before getting taken out, despite the 11 HP. Smuff's missing a shot, Dask being able to follow up with a double in the end as well. They plan to run through the arch smoke, where Borrow and Heg will take the 2 remaining players down. Some good adjustments by TT9, giving them an opportunity, however taken away by myRevenge once again. Good counter utility to slow them down. Put them in bad positions. Venge appears to have TT9's number at the moment. Things are starting to look kind of grim as we go to the 9th round. And 8-0 up for myRevenge. Aggressive off-keep from Smuff will yield no results, and an opening found in favor of TT9. Borrow taken out quite early. Still a minute 30 on the clock here. And apparently an adjustment, Heg immediately going aggressive for banana control for info. Potentially finding a kill. Nothing found. Players stacking towards A and having Heg play for the information here. All 5 players around the second mid area be called and allow these players to do the stack through halls and arch. Important to see how TT9 decide to push into this. As Imagineek's barely able to get around the corner as they start pushing off arch. Little molly and try to flashbang him off. Arch control give good damage found onto Godku. Her HP still remaining, and Foxy's found a lurk behind them from the apartments, finding a double. Smuff gets an op shot before getting traded out. Foxy now with a 3rd as the bomb's desperately planted by Das so they can at least keep getting these full buys. Foxy now with the 4th. As the defuse comes in, myRevenge now up 9-0 against TT9.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Might be a timeout called. TT9 taking a minute to try to slow down myRevenge momentum here as they try to keep going through. Maybe a chance as well to take a breather, readjust, think about what they're doing. Forward to see how they rush, or else their map pick might be taken away from them in an embarrassing fashion. And it'd be interesting to see how they can handle that sort of pressure going into myRevenge's own map pick of Overpass next. I'm getting taken out. Maybe a technical. Looks like whatever issues or other problems have been resolved now. Get ready to keep back going. Right, looks like they're able to get another full buy. Weak utility this time, and one of the players stuck with just a Mac 10. Magic able to find a run boost off of his teammate. However, it looks like they're setting up for a double nade. Maybe initially treating this like an eco. Not really any guns that fired off from TT9. Low utility, they might get baited into thinking they have a weaker buy than they actually do at the moment. Quick rush out mid. Foxy with 3. Full triple spray transfer. Boro's able to play around him and find the other 2. TT9 taken down entirely just by 2 individual players. Looks like their plans and attention, however they wanted it just up, immediately countered. Finished taking them down instantly. Question is, can they do the rest of the half flawlessly? Things are looking quite grim. Potentially 1 or 2 more chances after this to get at least a pip into the match. We're starting to get into the 16-0 territory. Godku able to lurk and get 1. And the B players have been traded out evenly for these Deagles. 2 M4s are going to be able to be picked up here. Carefully waiting for the smoke to bloom as well. Be a bomb plant. And a 3-man retake. Already 1 taken out by Foxy, once again with a clean 1 tap. No one dark, however, position cleared at least. Page able to get aggression. Both these players towards this grill area trying to play together. Dash trying to get a surprise off. No shots connecting on either of the 2 remaining players. Good damage, but not enough to close. myRevenge still squeaked by with an 11-0 on the board now. Seem to do quite well with when they take these risks on these anti-ecos, and using these Deagles, however, always get punished with their AKs. myRevenge seem to be able to adjust to their every move, and Imagineek's brought out an auto sniper. He's going to go for the peak banana too, where they're stacked up. Waiting to look for a peek over. Good flashbangs allowed Godku to get a double and the auto sniper. That's a B site given up in a 5v3. myRevenge might have just gotten too cocky and just given their first round away. Ooh, Godku with a clean headshot onto Boro, leaving Smuffs and Foxy left alone. Enough cash they're going to afford to go for the engagements. However, the auto sniper has instantly caused insult to injury here. Punished by a good flashbang, giving TT9 the opportunity for their first round. Still an opportunity. If they can continue off of this, they could at least build up to an 11-4, which could at least enable a possibility. At the least, the insult of a 16-0 has been broken for the moment. Asking finally breaking the scoreboard may help them in the future rounds. Godku, interestingly enough, keeping the auto sniper, trying to use it effectively. Low cost. Dasking able to find an opening on the A site, causing rotations. This will allow TT9 as they go for this B play here. It's only Boro on the anchor here. Good smoke could fade out. Only 1 player initially pushing out a quad. Godku going for more before getting traded out. And Dog able to find the remaining B player. Trying to anchor towards the sandbags here. Where they're just now executing the site. This will give a decent amount of time for the retake if they decide to go for it here. Very unfavorable situation for myRevenge to successfully get this retake, especially with the economy damage. However, they might do otherwise due to the confidence they have currently. Players grouped up together. We'll see how they decide to handle this. Foxy able to see one through the smoke gap. Take it down, 2v2 situation. Despite the low HP, this is a lot more possible. Nade should connect onto the onto Page here. Foxy able to take him down. However, left in a 1v1 situation and no time left. Dag barely surviving to clutch the round. See if the bomb goes off, he's fine. Op still converted over. And TT9 now with their second round. Starting to get back a bit more into this. Be some weaker purchases. The myRevenge economy has been completely destroyed. Op and a scout. Even an auto shotgun and Imagineek. See how these interesting weapons decide to get used. Looks like Imagineek's already playing around the sandbags again. Could leave some surprises in store. Especially with a slight off angle. To help out. And they're re-aggressing on this banana control here. Be up for the solo isolated player of GodQ. Immediately taken out. Opportunity for an AK. Shotguns spam coming out, and Boro leaking apartments, able to catch the timing on Das King, taking one. But will look the wrong way as Dag peeks into him. We have a 3v3 situation. Be a retake on the A site. Bomb will go down late. Could give an opening here for Magic to find one early. Man advantage now for the retake here as the bomb's going down. Short control gain. At least have some Molotovs potentially delay the push. Dag missing first shot. One pushing through CT smoke punish, and Dag connects the second flick onto the top of hay, leaving Foxy alone with an op. Round likely to go TT9's way any moment. Page is able to trade out, protect his teammate. TT9 now with 3 rounds. myRevenge with another weak force. TT9 with a good opportunity to end this 11-4 for the first half and have a chance on their CT side. See, only 3 Deagles and 2 MP9s. myRevenge, difficult situation to hold, and the heavy nades will punish the close fire duels. Smuffs is able to trade one out. They're left with low HP. GodQ tries pre-firing as he's peeking, however just lets himself go down. A player has been picked off. 2 AKs found for myRevenge. However, it's up to Boro alone with a single MP9 to hold Cold Zera. We'll see what he can do here. Good trigger discipline. Only able to find one. At least keep it even, but both these AK players low on HP. Interesting reposition from Foxy. Into the balcony, could catch one off by surprise. Page is able to get him just at the right moment to react. Takes out Heg as well, and TT9 recover to at least have 4 rounds. They'll have to keep up, and they'll have to keep up what they've been able to find at the end of this half. As we move onwards onto the team swap. Very important for TT9 here to get this pistol round. They really want this comeback to start being talked about as more effective than just a pipe dream. Be an interesting similar strat coming out here. myRevenge going for a mid rush. We're seeing the boiler player able to get info on him and clear him out eventually. Players get tagged out. Boro with a quick flick onto Dag. Page, only one getting a trade so far. Able to find a second now onto Boro. Wilkes chipping in with one as well. Page with a third. Now Foxy's left alone in a 1v3, stuck in the apartment. Headshot's not connecting either. Spam is smoked out of the position. Has to just rotate out as the bomb's stuck. Not much else for him to do.
Counter-terrorists win.
TT9 get the pistol. Revenge appear to be getting back into this match just in time to start their CT side. See if they can keep it up. Be just some deagles, a lot more of a conservative approach from TT9. Don't want to risk giving more rounds early to myRevenge than they have to. Good smokes, try to keep TT9 off slow and not give much time to play with as they want to play for these openings. Very passive position on all of the players here. See what can be done as all players are split about evenly across the map. Deep positions, it's going to be hard for there to be much commitment. Bomb left down. They've left their bomb, however, towards spawn, it appears. Not even if they successfully take one of these sites, I'm not sure what they can do. 48 seconds left on the clock. Dag taking the first. Smuff's able to dink him out. They're able to try to contest for CT control here. Godku able to get the double with the MP9. Bomb drop just being realized. Foxy coming back to pick it up. Still 2 players on each of these sites. Dosking likely heard Heg pushing up towards the boiler. Be able to get bomb control. Heg alone. Das with a good pre-fire. Quickly try to go for the nade. Fail to kill him with it. Have some fun. Trying to leave him alive. Won't get any bonus money after the round.
Counter-terrorists win.
So they're trying to hunt him down now. Could be left on the full buy with only the 2,500 he has. Heg's only going to be able to pick up something like a Mac 10 now into this full buy. Another advantage found for TT9 here. Heg left weaker on weaponry. Given advantage. Still 2 MP9s on TT9. It's the fight for Banana. Lots of utility being thrown. For myRevenge is able to maintain a decent quantity of it and maintain the control. Appears they'll prep for a B exec here. Hopefully baiting out a smoke. They'll reset towards the mid area. Foxy holding for the holes push. It's a double short stack with a sight anchor just in case. Still leaning towards B here. It's up to Foxy to try to fake out the A players. Keep them loyal here. The arch smoke will keep them here. It's up mostly to the single player of Das and Dark to do what he can with Wolks. Info on Godku already found. Wolks now left alone on the B bomb site here. Able to get the first by surprise. Almost getting the second. Now taken out. Lurkadag taken down. Takes down one of the lurks. myRevenge. And Heg's now left alone with just 2 HP. Barely able to get the bomb down. However, pre-fires could be devastating enough here. Heg's left in a difficult situation. Page aware of his potential of pushing. Bomb plant at least, but TT9 starting to come alive. And in just a moment, we'll have their 7th round. myRevenge yet to get a single round on this T side so far.
Counter-terrorists win.
Lost 7 rounds in a row now themselves. We'll see what can be done here. TT9 now have their first op into play on Dag on the second half. Be some initial banana aggression. Nades don't connect for too much, mainly just onto Hag. Equal control. And we'll find some shots into Godku. And a similar lean towards his B play. They will do the same setup again, it would appear. Imagine you finding a good timing, able to catch one with a volley out. And Wolf's now stuck isolated from the site. Smoke has a large gap in it that could be used here. It will help keep him slightly off the angle. Magnific giving an opening though. Only 3 left for myRevenge here. Man advantage now in T9's favor for this retake. However, Heg and Boro able to find one each here. Boro having to try to worry about 2 positions. Timing's important, and Smuff's able to find one before his teammates traded out and get the transfer on a page as well. myRevenge finally broken the streak, just as it's mentioned, gotten their 12th round. Just this one round leaves TT9 a little bit weaker. Godku stuck with just an MP9. A lot less utility. Just a single flashbang on Dag with his op, and 2 deagles on Das and Wolves. See what can be done here. myRevenge seems confident about the money situation, able to find one with Boro. Wolf's only able to get one with trade with the deagle. Boro already with CT control, taking one down in ruins before getting traded out by Dag. Maybe slightly unfortunate. Foxy with alert here, eventually able to get Das. And Dag's left alone with an op, but myRevenge suddenly with the 13th. TT9 eventually given enough time and space to catch myRevenge off guard, but it appears myRevenge have gotten themselves back in order, gone back, receiving 2 rounds now against TT9. Dag appears to be able to save this op going into the next round, give more opportunities. It's be important for this op to go for some early picks on the. Take a risk with the mid peak, or worst case, just stack together and try to save the op for the next true full buy. There's no money to purchase much of anything on TT9. Coffer is essentially empty after having a decent 4-round streak there, or 3-round streak rather. Timeout now being called. We'll see how TT9 decide to use what they have accessible to them. The 1 smoke and 2 flashes. Be interesting, but depending on where myRevenge goes, could be a safe round win. As the most dangerous contentions are an op and a single P250. Plenty of time being taken. This could create time for myRevenge to think about what TT9 might be doing and resolve the economy situation as well. Might see. Revenge currently have leaned with like 2 pretty fast B leans. See if they continue to do so. Looks like they decide to mix up their strategy. Now heading towards second mid, deep mid smoke to veer the aggression. However, with no one actually behind that smoke, myRevenge are just pushing straight up behind it. Smoking off short. Poor timing. Godku trying to get alert from short here. behind the smoke. However, will be found out, and the rest of the players stacked on this B site. Leave a safe bomb plant at myRevenge, likely their 14th round. Next buy will be a last chance opportunity for TT9. They need to get these in a streak after this if they want to turn this into the comeback. Otherwise, at least show a more decent showing, some more confidence going into the opponent's map pick of Overpass. Op successfully saved. And enough money to be able to toss one of his teammates, an M4. Most impact possible is we're on round 22 here. myRevenge up 14-7 against TT9. On TT9's own map pick of Inferno in this best of 3. GodQ goes straight for the early nade towards Banana. Be able to get about 20 damage on 2 players. Smuff's brought down to 18. Both operas tagging each other in the process of the mid peak. Both brought down to the exact same 18. Maginique might be able to find almost catching the smoke there. Good timing on the smoke clear. Spam Maginique taken down by GodQ. Hegs being aggressive, looking for a gap. Will be able to find the feet and get a trade onto GodQ. Having another player rotate. Knife sound of the Ruins rotating player might have been heard. Bomb's now rotating to walk towards mid. Important engagement will be between Foxy and Dasking, I believe it is, on the balcony. So the Arch player has been smoked off. Quickly trying to rotate to the site here. It's this A-plan starts going out. Dasking able to find the first. Getting traded out. And Boro with a triple. And a fourth now. Or third, rather. Onto Dag. Wolk's now left alone in the library. Boro clutching myRevenge out of the dangerous crossfire situation at TT9 with excellent quick transfers. And Hag will be able to do a quick short peek out. Get the last remaining player. TT9 left with little money and little hope to get their map pick against myRevenge here. Be able to set up a map advantage. Give themselves good favor going into their own map pick of Overpass. It'll be interesting to see what strats and ideas TT9 might have laying around on that map. Might be able to catch myRevenge off guard. Their aim certainly has been able to build back up a bit. Well, still have at least a 4v4 situation. Dasking might be able to catch one by surprise. Fails to do so as Foxy's taken down. Dag now left alone with just a Deagle against the 2 players pushing out. And it appears they've forfeited the round. Suppose, and have decided to go to the next map. No clue what happened there on my end. Apologies. We'll be back with the next map shortly.
in my memory. No more waiting for a sign now. It's time for me to leave. As the world closes on the door of what we came to be, I regret nothing. I can set my mind free. I know you too well. I'm up on the roof and yeah, learned all that I know, and we put on quite a show. And I'd be lying if I said I'm coming back. I just wanna go, I wanna walk away. Never wanted to love you anyway. Guess I should've known, won't pick up the phone. Go on and watch me fade. When you see the lights fading in the night, know that I'm fine alone. I'll be running for the skyline, sun in my eyes. No music, but I'm dancing. I'll be running, 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 I'll be running for the skyline, sun in my eyes. Skyline, sun in my eyes. Skyline, sun in my eyes. No music, but I'm dancing. did I get lost in my own orbit, revolving around the planet that no one else can find? I'm waiting for signals on my screen when the signs that I'm receiving are all delayed in time. All I
Hello, hello, welcome back. Got our second map between TT9 and myRevenge on myRevenge's pick of Overpass. Interesting map. Apologies. And we'll be able to get started right off the bat. Foxy with a smoke double flash. Looks like we'll be popping out as they do a rush through short. Counter flashes thrown towards Monster might surprise them here with the short mix up. Shots failing to connect towards Heaven, and Maginique able to find the players lower as Foxy's been able to take down Godku. Last two players left tagged up towards Heaven. See, failing to connect too much onto Page, tagging him up a little. King and Page, the last two remaining. Able to stay alive, and it appears one of the players have run out of CT rounds, having fun with his teammate. Despite the match getting closer, myRevenge definitely still having a little bit of fun. Last player's taken out, no kit will be saved for the next round. Only one frag found by Godku on that initial B hold. See what they can do to adjust that going on, but after the first map win, myRevenge start with the first round. With that comes out 4 AKs and a MAC-10. Foxy does good standard fountain utility to force T's to use a smoke early. No utility used to test for water, and the boosted player will get caught out and taken down, only landing a couple shots onto Heg. Smuff's able to peek out just as the smoke unblooms. And more contact plays. Foxy about to engage with Page, which will miss the shot with the Nova. Godku taken out on the side. A site control taken. Left his Wolves to rotate through CT to try to get any picks. Aggression. Make sure all angles cleared out, and Boro will take him down. Up 2-0. Now it's against a 4 situation, so we won't see anything until this 4th round. Another rush, something familiar like a fountain rush. Possible to come in here. Revenge with a 2-round lead as we go to round 3, second map. I believe might also be our last initial playoff game, if I recall the bracket correctly. Bart, very little damage, only Boro taking a single pistol shot. Head getting taken down by the Godku with the double dink. Dasking able to pick up a Galil, deny the bomb plant, find a second with the Galil. Just the USP left remaining, and caught split between both the remaining players. A good triple found by him to give some good economy damage onto the T's as we go into this first full buy. Godku and Page both with AUGs, using these scoped rifles. While otherwise it's M4s and an op on DAG. No op purchase yet for myRevenge. Likely to see one on someone like Smuffs later on. See? Got the door early. Looks like a setup towards Heaven here. DAG to get the first shot. Successfully take down Boro after getting the initial information. First man advantage for TT9 for this full buy. For control of restrooms lost. Opening almost found against Godku here. Maginique looking for just the right timing. Pre-fire indicating the position. Smuff holds the angle for the long player to peek out. Taking one. Godku able to find one and transfers the second. 2-man advantage now for TT9 as the last two players rotate towards the B site. Only one player deep on the site here, and it's Page again with another AUG, able to find the first. Flashbang for harassment before taken out. Foxy left too low. Wolks will be able to take him out. And 3 weapons successfully saved. Allow TT9 to build up some money and have everyone fully purchased up for this round. myRevenge with another full buy. AKs on 4 of the players. Smuffs will be stuck with just the Deagle. Alright, things look fine. TT9 have their first round on the board quite early in contrast this time. Be a good start. Appears they plan to set up for a rush, burning a lot of the early utility from B-site players. This King able to catch one through connector, known towards long. Position be called clear, and this B play might be recognized. No one holding close towards Monster though. We're able to catch one by surprise, leaving Hulks now out of this fight. It's up to Godku passively in this B position, able to find one. Page finding a second from the pit. Foxy falls into the fire, leaving Smuffs alone with just the Deagle to try to get what he can. No bomb plan successful. TT9 with a second. Up and doing a lot better on the CT start against myRevenge here. Warming up into the map. Slight downgrade. Wolks is stuck with just an MP9. For shouldn't matters, there's just some pistols on myRevenge. See how they decide to use them. Going towards Fountain early. Get punished for rushing out. No utility available. Almost enough space to catch out Das. However, all the running players likely hurt. Flashbang stuck on the wall, not successfully blinding the players. Worry about just holding his back, and they just rush into the A site here. Heg and Boro able to get one each. Still a 3v3 situation here. Another dink. Now onto Godku. Bomb's not planted in a safe position. Will be taken out. Both of them here, leaving Boro alone with just a Tech-9. Wolf slides around and gets the third. Lots of bonus money. And TT9 keep it even with a 3-3.
Counter-terrorists win.
See, first, once again, another full buy coming out for both the teams here. Important for myRevenge to take this round to try to damage and almost break TT9's economy. Try to put him on a force buy. Otherwise, TT9 will have their first lead in the series so far. See what they can do. They do a little bit of damage onto Hag here. 30 jump tempo will be found. Godku brought down just 6 points of HP. 5 points rather. And Baro with a hard peek to take out Dag. Very clean headshot. Dash just quietly lurking in the restrooms. Pop flash to clear it. Will blind Das. Give the focus position. Boro with the second opening as well. Interestingly enough, it appeared Godku's going aggressive along. Will be able to find one as Foxy finds another player caught out in the B site. Godku now being taken down as he continued to be aggressive by Boro, leaving Page alone against the 3 remaining players. Bomb left down T-spawn and time running low. However, Page rotating to the wrong site to have an opportunity here. We can find a teammate's op to save in the next round. myRevenge in a situation to maintain their lead. No moments left to spare. At least a little bit of utility with the AUG and smoke and diffuse kit as well. Able to upgrade that to an AK as well. Can help out as you can toss that and buy one. Be at least 2, I believe 3 rifles possibly. Ops an even bigger pickup to figure out where that is. With these myRevenge players not really hunting for him. Boro deciding just now to go for the hunt. Page likely to get an easy kill here. A little bit more economy damage to myRevenge. So only 2 players left alive with this low money. Might be a player without an AK here going in this next round.
Terrorists win.
Have to see the reserve banks, but could be a punishing move and leave myRevenge just as weak as TT9 might be on this next round. Appears enough money's been built up on one of the players to have the reserves. Smuff's picking up an op, tossing an AK. Actually, a little bit of damage being shown. It's just a Galil rather than actual AK. Still a decent M4-like weapon. Better than Wolf stuck with his MP9. Boost early. Be able to get one as Dak gets an early pickup from the fountain area as well. That's a 2-man advantage for TT9 early into this round. Still a minute 30 left on the clock. Got you caught left, looking at the wrong angle, but able to recover. Foxy whiffing his spray. Things only go to bad to worse. Not a single player of TT9 taken down yet. Now economy damage is likely the main thing being looked for here. Boro fails to find one in this round. Imagining the last one left alive. MP9 might be able to even upgrade to an AK here. Peeking out, be able to find one. Blind in the smoke to use bracers to find a second yet. Attack through the smoke. Good flashbang. Be able to find a second. Still 3 players alive though. This King with a good lurk angle should be able to catch Imaginique on the rotate here. Take him down, still pick up an AK. 3 weapons successfully saved. myRevenge taken down on their full buy. Still some money on a little bit of the players, so they decide to force into this. But TT9 looking likely to finally get their first lead in the series. Looking a lot better on Overpass than their choice of Inferno so far on the CT side. Player's likely a bit slow to start, however, who isn't is Revenge with another rush play with these pistols and the 1 hero AK in the lead. Be able to catch the offer off before getting with just a trade. King lurking towards long to try to split and cause pressure. Boro able to get the site to stick the plant here. That's King able to get 2 before getting traded out, leaving Smuffs the last one alive against 3. Does have an AK picked up though. Bomb planted in his favor. Not a fantastic situation, but the opening's there. Good transfer to find the first. However, caught still swapping from the flashbang. Both players remaining barely survived for TT9 to get their 5th. myRevenge almost denying it. Excellent job, TT9, to get their first lead. Only money reserves in 1 player of Godku. Should be able to get built up a little bit more if myRevenge having to do a save here. Hector split. Likely gonna try to look for an opening once again. Might be Dasking if he decides to go for the information here. The running's gonna be turned. Boro's going to be able to react. Enough space that he's able to get back. To Godku next with the engagement. Able to take one before getting traded out. And Das has been taken out by Heg as well. Despite just the Deagle and 30 HP. Now we have the similar situation again. Imaginique finding another. Rushing towards the site. And Boro able to trade before his teammates even taken down and find an op as well in the process. This round turns on its head. And the eco round's been stolen away by myRevenge. Bringing us back to even immediately. Forcing TT9 to have a very weak economy going into the next round. Volks can save this rifle, they'll have at least 2, but otherwise all the other players will be remaining with around 2,800 to 3,200 in cash. Will be some SMGs, maybe FAMASs. If they decide to even force into it, that is. how they decide to handle it. Fortunately, Magitek a little bit too close to the bomb still with his very low HP. Likely no armor as well. However, score's still even, which likely tilts in myRevenge's favor on their own map pick if they keep it up and go even stronger on their CT side. See, as TT9 has shown more comfort, Spam will find at least a single round in the Das King. Otherwise, the situation's pretty clear. 3-man hold towards restrooms here. Long flash will bait Dag to look elsewhere. Zai simply have just the Deagle at the moment. Molly landing a little bit too short to clear towards the close party position. Maginique trying to find info on any close lurking players here. This 3-stack will be the first point of contact, and it'll be leading to Boro, able to catch the timing on Dag. Hoping to play with Operstar and run back. Just finding an off angle to catch one off guard. Smuffs carefully looks for the smoke to find one to trade. Trying to clear the pre-fire position. Smoke the restrooms so it's not held. Godku trying to look for a pick. However, myRevenge has denied the information, promptly rotating with the bomb left at spawn towards this B site. It's given time for Page to be able to rotate, however, just Deagle and Moss on the hold as Godku's late rotating through the connector. Up to Das King to get 4 kills here. Is able to find one, almost finds the second. 5-7 could find some more damage with these players, and a good dink onto Boro would do so. Opera coming in just as time as Godku's taken down, and Page able to take the last one. TT9 clutching the round. Now up 6-5. It's close even, but TT9 are keeping that lead against myRevenge. Double op setup now for TT9, despite the economy damage player stuck with just a UMP. Deciding to take a risk, despite a lot of the rush plays that have come out from myRevenge. Could harm them and retake situations in the future. myRevenge are likely to bring. Maginique the only player without a rifle on the T side here. For some standard pop flashes out to get restroom control. 3 players stacked on this A site right now. Heg likely to try to find this first pick here. Doing all that damage, might bait a rotation. Already has, might be baiting 2 out. Only bait the one to look towards the heaven side. Godku, so it's 2 players focused on holding this long position. Smoke now going out, Godku rotating back. Despite the kill being found, Page left alone on this B site. And it appears Godku's going aggressive with the op as they go for the push here. Das King able to find a first. Godku now with the second. Bombs dropped on the stairs in the middle. It's a 2v4 situation. Last op. Only op from the T's taken down. It's an op and an AUG. Heck in a 1v2 situation here. You able to see the shadow and finish him off just with the USP. Well played, allow TT9 to get a 7-5. We have 3 more rounds left in this first half of our second map. Playoffs between these 2 teams. They decide to go for a force. Gonna get 2 more buys in with this half. Be important for them to steal this force away if they want to end it with the lead early on the TF here. Otherwise, it looks like TT9 are being able to start turning things around. after starting at 1 point 11-0 in the first map, this is an excellent recovery, being both a good contention, leaving an alright 16-7 scoreline at the end of the first, and having the lead now 7-5. However, with that said, Foxy's now been able to find a kill to make it a 4v3, which now turned into a 3-on-2 as some trades have gone out, some MP9s and MAC-10s. It's up to Godku and Paige on this 2v3 retake here, if they want to confirm the half with their lead. Good smoke towards the sandbags, making defuse harder. Paige unable to find any players early. Start to stick to defuse. And the two players hunkered down towards the monster of Heg and Foxy will take down the two remaining players. myRevenge now with an opportunity with the low buy. TT9 risking the force. They could end up giving the half away with this risky purchase and allow myRevenge to take the lead going into the second half here. See what plans they have with these pistols and singular mag on Paige. But with 4 AKs and an op in play, could be a dangerous situation. Being played here is Dusking stuck on fire. Imagining able to find 2. Meg finds 1. Paige able to trade at least 1 in response with the mag 7. However, left in a 2v4 situation, and T's are already rotating to the other side of the map. Only Foxy staying, and that's to catch a rotation through the connector area. So these rotations are forced safely. With that bomb down should give indication. Paige and Wolf's likely to try to save for this last round of the half. Money happening not to be the greatest for myRevenge, so most players likely to save for that final round. Make sure they have the best success, especially knowing their opposition only has a pistol of some sort and a mag. And the first of the Deagle player taken down, leaving just Paige with the mag 7. He's able to take Boro down, might be able to upgrade that. Foxy takes him down before he's able to pick up the AK. Resulting in no weapon saved for TT9, and enough in reserves for myRevenge, likely for this last round. Full AKs, full set of utility, against what's a scout, as he said, another mag that was quite successful in the previous round. Otherwise, just another SMG and Deagle coming out late. Seems myRevenge might be prepared to set up to go fast out B here. There's little with signs of little utility for TT9 to contest. Imagining with connector control as well, pushes a lot safer. Before able to find the first, harassing with the spray, hunting towards the second. Paige might be able to catch one by surprise here. Fails to connect the second headshot. Foxy takes him down. Smuff takes down Walks, and it's a 4v2 situation. Brought down to just 1 as Imagining taps him down. The situation in favor of TT9 has now turned to a round down going into the second half. myRevenge end with the lead 8-7 on their T side of overpass. 9 have been better and better, but they need to show their best yet if they want to hold on and bring it to a decider. Otherwise, myRevenge will get out 2-0 to the next stage, next round of playoffs. Meanwhile, TT9 will be brought to the lower bracket. When we're done, this will be an important pistol round here. For our teams here. Bench with their first CT round. The boost will get caught. Dagger free fire in position. Give a man an advantage as they set up for what looks like a B execute here. Be a split with the monster push coming in early. The surprise players with the actual bomb try to lurk through connector. It's a bait play. However, Foxy's held off the fake, and they're rotating back to B. A successful picks off of Wolves. Foxy and Magic Geek now have to rotate for this retake here. Godku able to flank him from the side. Foxy left alone 1v3. Bomb planted open. Likely stuck with a save. Interestingly enough, one of the players trying to hunt down. There's only one player left on this B site right now, so the other one's towards heaven. Godku with another clean Glock shot to take him out. And TT9 keep it even. 8-8 after winning the pistol. That out of the way, it'll be important to see what myRevenge do. Taking a risk once again. Another force buy coming out. Smuffs. Deep pockets. Being able to get out the scout. Be important to find some impact with it. A tag already found. Nate could leave some bonus damage, but won't connect it to anyone. Head contesting for water control. Will be able to take it. That's B control gained. All 4 remaining players starting to rush up long here. Time might be given for the CTs to be able to adjust. Lack of information, and one of the CT players going for information towards this long area. The information we provided with his death may not be enough, but there's already a lurk behind them. In the meanwhile, Foxy will be able to catch up behind these players. Smartly, some of the players are starting to slow down and look for behind. Foxy with a clean one tap, finding a gap and getting a second. Imagining finding an MP9 kill towards the truck as well. Page, the last one left on the truck, and Heg will take him out. myRevenge with 3 players alive take away the round. Just a scout and some deagles. Will hard reset the economy at TT9. No bomb plant down either in this situation. Go against 2 Galeals, an AK, M4, and Boro sticking with just at 5.7. Lovely weapon. Fun to see when a 5.7 comes out. Got a lot more range than the CDC does. Serves a lot of better opportunities, like on the graffiti position. Down. A lot of players already tagged up due to harassment and utility. The reduced shot, these pistols will be a lot less deadly. Looks like they'll try to set up for a boost. Some aggression coming out, and Dag punishing it, taking down Heg. Pushing down behind it, Boro stuck with just the 5.7, trying to take pistol duel. And TT9 now with the 4v2 advantage with their own force. Imagining's able to find one. Some spam to tag up the second. Be up to Smuffs on this flank here to get some control. Players towards... Only one more player towards the site here. Be up to Das. Missing his deagle shots on a surprise lurk. Imagining one-tapping him with the 180. And Dag left with just 4 points of HP. myRevenge might have salvaged the situation here. Imaginique making sure the short position is cleared before he sticks the defuse. Imaginique with the wide swing towards Monster will take him out. myRevenge breaks this very close score a little bit further with 10-8. 3K built up. Could see TT9 fall into forcing even more. Unless they turn that into their favor, the punishment will weigh even greater. Just like on their initial T side on Inferno previously. They decide to be a little bit more preservative with their economy. Just some deagles purchased up. Make sure they can fly fully effectively into the next round. Meanwhile, Fox will be going for some bonus money with that MP9. However, Imaginique taking the initial engagements, taking 2 down. While Smuff's playing with them, will be able to take 1 down with the op. Only 2 players remaining, completely split from each other. Round should end soon enough. The water player lurking out. Some bonus money. Page holding for any ladder aggression. Which could be seen soon enough here. As Foxy's looking for that kill to get that bonus cash. If he's slow enough up this ladder, Page should be able to find it. It's actually Magitique that was taken down. My apologies. That's a rifle lost for myRevenge here. Lead to a bit of economy damage going into this next full buy. Be good for TT9 to keep the scoreline close. If they want to do so. It's up to Boro anchoring at the bottom of this B bomb site here. Able to find tags onto one. Teammate on Graffiti able to trade it out. Page with a good one tap. Still one remaining on the site, and the Hag will stay in the open to take him out. myRevenge now up 3 rounds. 11-8 in favor of myRevenge on the second map. Revenge still up 1-0. Important for TT9 to win this round, or pressure could start settling in once again. Would be one of the key rounds here. And a tag on the Dag to bring him down to 17 will be a rough way for TT9 to start it here. Plus going for the repeat, reaching another tag as well. Dag and Das brought down now to about 20 points of HP each. And Smoke will give him an avenue to actually escape as well. Sound Key will make him get tagged a little bit in the process. Otherwise he gets through unharmed. Imagine he's able to get through the side, get one, and successfully bait out the spray and repeat for the second. myRevenge looks set up to start running away with this. Imagining with a third. Free firing, running down these players. One of the players still with just 20 points of HP. 3 playing towards the water position. Heg and Boro will take the other 2 players down, and myRevenge with now a 4-round lead. And TT9 left with a reasonably weak economy. Mostly just Deagles being purchased up here. Revenge looking to be 3 rounds away, just momentarily, from taking the series in a 2-0. TT9 only 1 round up compared to last map. But we'll see how they can adjust here. They can. Foxy with an initial pick onto the first Eagle. Page able to find one. Maintain 30 points of HP, picking up an AK in the process. Doesn't have anyone to toss it to yet. B-Smuff's going for info towards long, finding one, tagging the second. Be willing to go for the repeat here. Das surviving with just 1 point of HP to 6 bomb plant. Fall down in a single round. Dag will be able to get the trade for his teammate. 2v2 situation here in an AK on Page. Bomb still not planted. Good time. Foxy might be able to rush Page down with one of these MP9s if the situation comes down to it. Dag finding this op though. Be up to him to hit the flick shot. Will miss the dig after leaving Page alone with 30 points. Trying to hide under the rock. And will catch Boro looking the wrong way. TT9 are able to recover a key round they needed. That thing try to even the gap. They need to win some more rounds though. Money still built. Coffers emptied out, but weapons still in hand for myRevenge. Pressure still lying against TT9 here. Utility force some T utility be used. Instead, Godku deciding to take some damage instead in the process. A lot of Molotovs used, however, water controls maintained currently, as well as long and restrooms. Surely pass pulled towards A, mostly a stack towards his B side, which Smuffs has been able to find an early pick on the lurking player from TT9. It's now up for them to work on this mid control towards the imagination. Rotation's able to come out with the water control and pick found. 3 players are able to set up around that area. Likely could see rotations coming in soon. Good spam brings Godku down to just 38 points. And they decide to be leaning into this A play anyways. And the long player actually just going for the flank here might leave players unsuspecting here. Long flash will be able to blind players as they try to clear for the site. And a really smart move here, as Imagination is playing very passive towards his long position, making engaging very difficult here. Page is stuck getting the trade on Boro, having to worry about multiple angles as these smokes fade away. able to clear the first angle. Page position, only able to get one as Maginique's able to get that trade eventually. Smoke thrown down on the bomb. It's an offer trying to save. And Hedge will be able to take him down on the duel once he swaps out to a pistol after the missed op shot. myRevenge now up 13-9. Be a little bit weaker on money, but still able to save and off an AK for their teammates. And enough money left in reserves with that win to replenish the reserves. TT9 with enough money to full buy themselves as well as this ship keeps running. They keep having money to keep doing full buys, however they're starting to run out of rounds. Only 3 rounds needed by myRevenge to take this series 2-0. We'll see if there's any last pocket plays they can pull out. So far it looks like some default fountain control coming out. Explode into party. Good Molly would take the Opper, Smuff, away from the restroom position. Maginique, good spam, almost connecting into Godku's Tech9. Page decides to rotate through connector. Godku's able to find one with the Tech9 spam. And Das has found one of the other A players as well. Everyone else from myRevenge desperately rotating. One left here towards the truck, only able to get one before Das traces him out as well. Gets traded out, completely blind, and Bora with the second towards Godku as well. 2v2 situation. T's able to get enough space to quickly rotate towards this B site here. Smoke towards Heaven. However, Heg appears to just jump down. Info looking. Wooks is able to catch him from the side. At least give info so Boro is surprised as well. However, Wooks catches him on the angle, and TT9 now in double digits. That will be enough to break myRevenge's economy after the reinvestments. TT9 able to start coming back once again, however, with the further success on their first half, getting a more contendable scoreline. Maybe a chance to take this away, depending on how they keep it up. It looks like a missed pop flash towards Monster. Bora will try to rotate late behind him. 2 players quickly rotate through connector. One of the AKs caught off guard. Monster control's lost here, and Heg's able to find 2 in the middle of the chaos. Dag and Godku getting one as well as Page in the process. Smuff has found one to trade, leaving Dag alone. Graffiti and bomb in Smuff's control. myRevenge potentially stealing away once again another round. Angles carefully chosen. Foxy almost giving an opening to Dog there on the Monster Peak for information. Jump Q will give Smuff's position away, however he's worried about 2 players. Gets taken down. myRevenge now 14-10. Blows being traded. However, through this now, TT9 are a bit weaker off, not having the same advantage with these full buys as before. A little bit weaker off now. 2 players stuck with pistols. Meanwhile, it's AKs all day for myRevenge despite the CT side. Just a FAMAS and 2 M4s otherwise. Lots of impact to come out with these. Only good news is that there isn't an op on Smuffs for TT9. However, these players have shown just as much comfort with the rifles as well. Okay, damage water control be an important sending point. Heg's able to trade out and maintain control of it. Tracer's red bringing Wolks down now to 50 and a man advantage for myRevenge. Like able to upgrade to an AK as well. 3 AKs for the side of myRevenge. Low control as the players are spread out wide. Happen as enough room's been given enough restrooms for some space to be found. However, Das is unable to find anything with it. Just 2 players remaining. Heg staying safe as an anchor towards this with the 4v2 disadvantage. See what's going on. Slow contact. TT9 trying to be slow, but there's only 30 seconds left in the clock as of this point. End up getting no reserve money on myRevenge's match point round at this rate. These players need to go down soon. Only 20 seconds remaining now. Clock is ticking. Info given. Must almost caught out with the nade. Able to find them first. Wolk still left alive. He's trying to delay. But we'll have to take him down. myRevenge with match point. TT9 have to clutch 5 rounds in a row if they want to bring the second map to overtime and have a chance to continue the series. myRevenge 1 round away from taking it 2-0. See what can be done here. Decide to initially work with these TT9s rushing through connector to find an opening. All players are playing very passively though. Probably keeping a good track of the economy and knowing the lack of it on TT9 going to this potentially final round. Good teamwork to be able to find a trade on that AK though. And most players stacked towards this B site will allow for free rotations to come in. And a late lurk from Imaginique as well. Sides he'll retake through the long position once again. Likely a better idea as this restroom's been conscious in the mind of Page. Remember, 2 players already taken down. It's a 4v2, now a 4v1. Page taken out, and myRevenge able to go and take the defuse. And they'll be able to get and take away this game 16-10. A little bit of BM coming out. myRevenge confident with their spot so far. GG's by them. myRevenge to take it 2-0. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed watching that series. Sure to stay in touch with @PhoenixCSLeague on Twitter to keep up when the other matchups happen in the future. Ever want to see when I happen to be casting, wherever else I may be up to, follow me @TrevorFictress. Hope you guys make sure to follow. Follow up with later matches as we continue with playoffs for Phoenix League Season 7 here. See you guys next time.